reaching the north. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Fellow educators reflecting on the contributions of former Education Director Clarence Carroll, who passed away this past weekend. He is being remembered as a teacher's teacher whose work continues to lay a positive print in classrooms throughout the country. Our Jamila Mizik reports.
He has left an indelible mark on the education sector across the Bahamas, that according to those who knew him personally. Clarence Carroll started out as a classroom monitor in his hometown of Long Island and eventually rose as the director in the Ministry of Education, a role he held for a number of years. The Long Island native is being remembered by fellow Long Islanders and former educators Hezekiah Dean and Joseph Darville as a man who came from a good family and one who inspired them as educators.
I've never met anybody as eloquent as he was. I have always envied and wondered why I couldn't be quite as smart as he was, coming from the same island. He was that good. And when he spoke with you, if you got on any topic, eloquence just flowed. He just knew it. He was brilliant.
He had such knowledge and understanding. He is what I would call an example of Solomon, a man full of wisdom, which if you have knowledge with that, then you have this stream of knowingness, which means that at any situation, you know everything. And that's the way I saw Clarence Carroll from a very early age. And all of us who went into education, of course, had him as an example.
Former educators Damaris Thompson, Neville Brennan, and Principal Rodney Bethel say Clarence Carroll was a trailblazer in the modernization of education in the Bahamas.
He really had a vision for this district. He believed in teachers and principals, and he believed in them being developed and becoming leaders and really very good at their craft. He also gave me many opportunities to show my creativity.
He believed that education was the key to national development. Consummate, professional, extraordinary educator, and a person with regards to education we should all emulate.
He took us beyond chalk and talk, the typewriter era, right into the world of cell phones and the computer. As DO, superintendent, he took us into leadership conferences island-wide. In all of the school's public endeavors, he invited the private schools into our midst and shared with them everything except supplies, which we never had enough of.
Former educator Cecil Thompson says Carroll impacted many lives and that his legacy will live on.
He was a visionary. I wonder if the vice president of the College of the UB, I wonder if lecturers at UB, I wonder if the students at UB know who started it. The fellow from Long Island, Clarence Carroll. It is passing. The Commonwealth of the Bahamas would have lost one of the icons of education, one of the giants of education, one of the visionaries of education, one of the pace setters of education.
Now, Clarence Carroll passed away in Grants, Bahama on Sunday, April 25th at the age of 80. Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
Well, instructors at RUTH Technical Institute in Hawksville say they are totally committed to exposing students to the best technical and general education experience possible. They are now adding new short-term programs to its array of technical career courses. Ramiko Knowles reports.
The RUTH Technical Institute, led by President Fred Delancey, is currently registered with the National Accreditation Equivalency Council of the Bahamas, NAECOB, to provide students with 10 technical career certificate courses through which those who take part can gain valuable knowledge and skill to become more marketable when searching for a job or starting a business.
These technical courses that we run here at RTI, these include welding, carpentry, electrical, electronics, air conditioning, refrigeration, auto service technology, modern diesel technology, cosmetology, and heavy equipment operation.
The Institute is now offering specialized professional short-term courses.
In 3 or 6 months, depending on which program you select, residents can receive certificates in areas such as, this is the short course program, in areas such as small engine repair, maritime navigation and safety, drywall installation and finishing, automobile service, furniture making, hospitality, and we also want to introduce Creole, Spanish, and French.
Instructor of the newly added maritime course, Hansel Pearson, says this course will teach the rules of the road, safety, and navigation, adding that those who participate will gain all the relevant information for the A and B license.
If you can obtain passable grades, especially in the rules of the road and the navigation, then I'm confident that the A and the B license will be a breeze. I also want to emphasize meteorology, and that being because a lot of times in this region we are faced with adverse weather. And so the course will entail an overview of the local weather. I had the experience of being a pilot for many years, and so I want to pass that on through the university.
Clarence Cash will conduct the course specializing in rock sheet and finish. He explains what students will be able to accomplish once they've successfully completed his course.
Definitely would be able to go on a construction site or a private business, or even if it's their private business, able to have the knowledge and the foresight on knowing, okay, this is the foundation on starting. And having that knowledge of starting, then it becomes the most easiest thing in the world to do. But having to now have a talent and something that they can provide for their family with long term.
Delancey believes that the RUTH Technical Institute should be recognized nationally for its program, and the school is making steps in that direction.
Then RTI, basically, is in the process of establishing training programs in North and Central Abaco, and also in New Providence and Mangrove Key and Russ. Therefore, all residents who are interested, especially in Abaco and Nassau, all residents who are interested in securing an exciting, challenging, and financially rewarding career, job in the technical workforce, they are asked to contact, in Abaco, you can contact Esther Cornish at 814-6130, or myself here in Grand Bahama at 727-1274, or Joe and Nelda Fox in Nassau, 807-6533.
Ramiko Knowles, ZNS Network News.
Finally, in news this evening, the U.S. Embassy offering a $10,000 grant competition for environmental science education in celebration of Earth Day held on Thursday, April 22nd. The U.S. Charge d'Affaires Affairs, Usha Pitts, has announced a grant competition for local organizations seeking proposals that will promote science, technology, engineering, art, and math, and environmental education for Bahamian youth. The competition is also open to all Bahamian civil society and not-for-profit organizations. The application deadline is May 31st. Interested organizations should carefully review the details and requirements for the grant competition at bs.usembassy.gov/education-culture/programs. Now, an informational session for organizations interested in submitting proposals for the grant funding is scheduled for Thursday, May 6th at 4 p.m. If you're interested, you can follow the U.S. Embassy Nassau Facebook page for registration details. Stay with us. A check on sports is next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to ZNS Total Sports right here in the North. Jonquel Jones and her team claimed the title as EuroLeague champions. Jones played a pivotal role in that championship series that turned out to be a huge difference maker. Bahamian professional basketball player Jonquel Jones recently won her first EuroLeague title. The 6'6" center says it's a good feeling to be back on top once again.
This is my first year really being able to finish a EuroLeague season because my first year, the second passport that I got wasn't approved in time by EuroLeague or I guess the FIBA Federation. I wasn't able to play EuroLeague that year. The second year we got cut short because of COVID, which was last year. So finally my third year I was able to complete a EuroLeague season with the team.
Jones, who was drafted into the WNBA back in 2016 with the 6th overall pick, says her experience playing in Europe for a franchise like UMMC at Ekaterinburg was special.
It's definitely the best team in the world. Like we have a private jet and everything like that. Like they treat us like professionals here. So, but this UMMC has been the benchmark for a very long time. Like Diana Taurasi has played here. Penny Taylor has played here. Just a lot of great players. If you look at the history of this club has always been great. So, this is like the place to be.
Jones is currently in Russia, making plans to return to the U.S. for training camp with the Connecticut Suns right in time for the WNBA season, which is expected to start May 14th.
It's a lot of new pieces and a lot of people that I haven't even played with before that are on the team. So I'm just interested to get back in there, see how we gel, and just really see how things go. But I expect us to be a playoff caliber team and a team that can make a run in the playoffs. But it's still very new. But as far as preparations go, I feel great. I'm in shape. I'll probably only have like 5 days off, and then I go into WNBA training camp and all of that. So I'm good.
Switching gears now to baseball, the Grand Bahama Little League is finally back with Little League officially opening the season this past weekend. In coach pitch, the Red Sox defeated the Buccaneers 9-8. In Major League play, the Predators and the Buccaneers finished the game with a tie score 6-6. In the Junior League, it was the Buccaneers that edged out the Hurricanes 4-3. And in the Senior Division, the Westgate Reapers got the win over Crazy Joe's Rebels. The final score was 7-6. And that's a quick check on sports right here in the North. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.